The two of them spot an old ice fishing shack in the middle of the lake. Clara sends David closer to check it out. But as David approaches, he falls through a concealed hole Barb had created in the ice. Clara grabs David and starts pulling him out. Barb is watching all of this from a distance. She heads back to the cabin. When she pushes against the basement door, it breaks open. Barb goes in and removes the tape from the kidnapped girl's mouth, but she needs something to get the cuffs off her. So, Clara heads back upstairs. She goes there and turns on the water, clogging the sink. She puts out the fire that was burning. She tears down all the curtains from the windows. She soaks all the blankets, but as soon as she steps outside, a bullet hits her hand near the door. Clara had spotted her and started shooting. Barb somehow manages to escape and runs into the woods. When Clara and David return to the house, the entire place is flooded with water. The place was freezing, and after falling into the lake, David desperately needs a heat source to recover. On the other side, Barb reaches her pickup truck. She finds it disabled. Barb presses snow against her gunshot wound to ease the pain. Near the hole in the lake, Barb finds David's gun, but it only has one bullet left in it. Meanwhile, Clara and David are sitting in the car trying to warm themselves up. David's condition is really bad, but Clara tells him to set everything up by the lake. She can't miss her appointment with the surgeon tomorrow morning, no matter what. The truth is, Clara is planning to perform surgery on that kidnapped girl right there on the lake because the lake's environment will be perfectly sterile, and the cops won't be able to investigate a crime scene that won't even exist tomorrow because Clara and David are going to torture sink everything, sending it all to the bottom of the lake. Clara puts the kidnapped girl in the car and starts to leave. That's when David realizes his gun isn't with him. Clara slaps David across the face for this. She sends him to set everything up at the lake. Barb is watching David. After hearing Clara's car drive away, she goes into the cabin, but she sees that the kidnapped girl isn't there anymore. Inside the cabin, Clara finds some supplies she can use to stitch up her wound. Through immense pain, Clara stitches her own wound. David's car is parked outside the cabin. It's locked, but Barb grabs a hammer lying nearby and smashes the window to get inside. She tries to use the car radio to contact anyone nearby. With great difficulty, a man finally responds on the radio. Barb tells him, "There's been a kidnapping of a girl. I need help." She tells him there's a cabin near Lake Hilda. But just then, David comes from outside and attacks Barb. Barb drives the hammer into David's leg. She points the gun at David, but David says, "Don't kill me." The truth is he was doing all of this because his wife told him to. His wife is sick. That kidnapped girl has attempted suicide multiple times and that's why they chose her. David says, "I'm hypothermic. I was going to the hospital. I'm done helping my wife.